We did it. 7 days ago, I started with only $20 in my portfolio, which is 0.1 Solana. And in 1 week, I transformed it into not $10,000, but actually $20,000. And I did it live because I wanted to show that anyone can do it in Memecoins. And it's actually not really risky if you use this specific method that I used. And on top of that, it took me less than 2 hours per day. For example, today I made 7,000 US dollars in just 30 minutes. So in this video, I'm going to show you all the trades that I did and how and why. So you can do maybe the same thing, but don't make that one mistake that few people did that were watching live that bring their accounts to zero. But if you follow through all the video, I don't see why you wouldn't transform $20 into $10,000 in 1 week or even $20,000. Actually, pull out one of our tools to analyze, and we can see that every day were profitable. Actually, maybe one day I lost a bit of money, and that was probably this day. However, I bounced back hard because starting with a small portfolio of 0.12 Sol, I had to be smart on how I would invest. Let me show you actually the first trade that I did. It was on this coin, which is for sure dead right now. My goal was to trade anything that was on Pump.Fun because Pump.Fun is a platform where everyone can launch a coin for free. And then when it reaches a market cap of around $70,000, then it gets created a liquidity pool and more people can buy and sell. I'm just seeing that actually I have $4,000 running into this coin, which is my biggest bet. And then it's going up and up. So I'm wondering if by the end of this video, I'm going to reach $20,000. Anyways, why I went to this coin? Well, if I zoom out and zoom in here at the beginning of the coin, we see that there was a massive drop. So the coin had no more holders in it, which is an important point for me because if I want to reduce my risk, I don't want to go into a meme coin where there's already tons of people because if I buy after them, well, they can sell on me. And that coin had a little thing special, which is that a blank ticker, and then it was a blank image and everything. So I was like, okay, it can be funny. Let's see. I bought a little bit and I managed to make a bit of money with it. So on the first one, I invested $15 and got $62 profit. I still not had 1 Solana complete. You can see I'm at still 0.5 or something like that. So I have to be really cautious about what kind of trade I make. I'm actually also monitoring on the side the trade I have on this one, and you will understand how I managed to reach every time when there is a top to sell because I use some kind of tools that makes it a lot easier. After this play, I quickly adapted my strategy because I could start to invest a little bit more. So every time I'm using Bullocks, you have the link in the description if you want to skip the waiting list and get a discount on your fees. And I will check which coin graduated, which means that they completed the bonding curve on Pump.Fun. And when I know that they did that, it means that there is a high interest for this kind of meme coin. So I will check all the meme coins that were created and then bonded to have an idea of what's the trend, what people like, because we like to follow a trend. So if tons of animals get graduated, I'm going to focus on animal coins. If it's about a news, I'm going to focus on that news. And this is why it's good. And we had a new trend going on. I know you're going to think it's stupid, but we had the emoji trend going on. So I thought, well, we need to have a coin with the French flag. Someone created it. I went into that one and actually made a tiny bit of money. It was not really worth it for me, this bet, but still, my goal is to grow my bag little by little so I can go into bigger plays. And that's how I saw that we had some different kind of meta. So for example, we had a new meta that was just about pieces of art. So I went into this one, Monk and Lisa, which was not strong enough, but let me make a little bit. So still 0.03 Solana. I documented most of the day. So the first day I turned $20 into 180. The second day, it was into 887, and then the third day I had almost $3,000, but then the day 4 I started to lose a bit of money on that day, but then I bounced back on the following days. But the first thing to understand is that every time I'm live, I'm not trading alone. So I will get one member of the investors boardroom or more, and I know those people know how to trade, like Dan the man, thank you man, you've been with me all doing this channel. And that's the first mistake. People trade alone. How are you going to win in a game where you can trade together, have more information? But that's also the tools. For example, in Memecoins, we will go if they have a bigger market cap. So for example, on land, that was one of our best play, is we will always analyze the top holders. And for that, we use TalkChain to understand if the top holders have a lot of money, if they start to sell on us, to know if it's a good entry. Most people, they go into a meme coins without understanding the meme, without understanding the on-chain analysis, but they try to do technical analysis. However, if your meme coin is below $100 million market cap, technical analysis is almost useless. So focus on something more important, which is who is in the coin and what is the meme about. Because I sometimes forget to do this. For example, I invested into Dadlo, which was recommended by some people watching the live. They say, oh yeah, you should check Dadlo, you should check Dadlo. And it reached the bonding curve. I invested into that one, 5 Solana, and lost almost all of it. See, I got back 0.6 and I did not understand the meme, but I still invested in it. So I should have followed my checklist and not listen what they tell me during the live. And I keep the coins that they told me before during the live. For example, Colt that went to minus 68% or Cabal that went to minus 93%. And that's by people who are not in the investors boardroom. So that's something that I always keep in my mind. And that's why I like to keep those coins here to remind me of how they did to me. You can see that actually this guy is at 4K. Same on this coin, Bro Steady Conviction. It was okay. We're like, okay, maybe it can do something, but the community was not strong enough. No links to social. So do we need to have links to social? I had people who say, well, you're investing, they don't have a website, they don't have a links to social. You have to understand one thing. It's not that important to have a website, social, and all that. Because I prefer to have a coin that had nothing and then get built up. Why? Because I know the guys who launch rock pools with bundlers and co. And they do exactly what you want. A coin with a website and everything. I've been saying it in the investors boardroom for a while, so they can be protected against it. But people don't want to pay to understand more and they get wrecked. Now, that's the game it is. I know that the money that I'm making on this one on land is the money that I'm getting from someone else. But still on Bro Steady Conviction, because I went in early when there was some dip, then I managed to get out and make some profit. Hi, by the way, welcome to Handsome Finance, where we study what's happening on chain because the blockchain is an open ledger, so we can see all the transactions and know if someone is lying. So don't forget to pour down your little matcha, and let's get to it. I recommend today a little piece of dark chocolate with it. It's delicious. And on D-Dog, I invested $750 and made in profit $2,200. So I was almost at a 3x. And why did I invest it into this one? Well, because it was just a doing dog. And at this time, the meta was all about Asian dogs and Asian pets. I was like, this one is funny. When I saw it, I saw that the developer sold. We had almost no holders in it. So I was like, why not investing in it? And then I did. And I timed it a little bit better and made plenty of money with it. It was crazy. When I started to invest, I saw it going up straight away. Now, what I use sometimes when I'm on those coins is a volume bot. I will put a link in the description. And after that, we had all an episode about the guy who created Bitcoin. So we had Sasha, which is the cat that he was owning apparently. And on Sasha, did quite well, plus $2,500, which helped me a lot for later in my portfolio. Now, we also had BTC Wi-Fi, which I invested $1,000 and got $2,000 out. So that's $1,000 in profit as well. As you can see, I'm still keeping between plus 50% to plus 100%, but I'm raising the amount of money I can invest in. I'm not always looking for 20x or something like that. I'm more looking to grow my capital overall. I don't know why this one is getting a revive actually. That's an interesting one. Another strategy that I use is always check what's trending as well on DexScreener, which coin is having a ride. And I know for a fact that, for example, Geeko was doing really well on some days. I was like, okay, this one is getting massive traction. So when something is gaining massive traction like this one, it's an alpha play. If you were into Gecko, then you made a lot of money. But if you're not into Gecko and you're going to look for something more risky that will be similar. That's how, for example, I find Song Gecko, which is Django Bozy with Gecko. And same, I waited. I saw that there was no holders on it. You can see the pump fund chart. I was like, okay, there's not many holders and I can go in early. And when I checked the website, I was like, okay, this was created by the people behind Gecko, by the community. So I was like, that's a cool way, because the people who made a lot of money in Gecko, they might be, all right, I'm good at investing, I'm going to take more risk, and they're going to look into those better play. So the meta, what's trending is important, and the second thing is to look out for better play if you want to take more risk. Now, of course, someone during the live created as well Squeako, which is another derivative with Pokemon. And then that one, I made a bit of money. We had a day where it was all about Japan. So we had Shibako, which is a funny one. It's okay. It's memeable. And you can see that all those memes, they die pretty fast. Now, what is it? What's the problem? Is it rug pull or everyone stop using them? What are we investing in? Memes. Memes are something that we laugh about until we don't laugh about anymore, or that we like until we don't like anymore. So only a few memes can last really long, and usually the memes from the real world can hold the fort. For example, we have Mudeng that I showed in study around $70 million market cap, which is quite late, I agree, because I was busy with the conferences before, so I missed on that. However, it went up to $336 million market cap. So that's a 3x. But of course, when you invest in a coin that is at $70 million market cap, you know that it's not going to go to zero directly. So you can allow yourself to go with a bigger amount. I'm not going to invest the same amount into a coin that is at like $10,000 market cap or $1 million market cap, unless I have an insane alpha. But it's going to be really dangerous if I invest that much in a small coin, as I will own too much of the supply. And that's why I use our tool, stockchain.com, that would let me know the top 10 holders, what are they doing? And if I see that it's one guy holding everything, and that I know that this guy is buying and selling in the same minute or the same hour, I'm going to be, maybe I wait that this guy go out. And that's why studying on-chain analysis is the best thing you can do when you study meme coins, because everyone can learn if it's funny or not. If you don't understand that Mudeng is super cute, you have a problem. If you don't understand that if you Google Mudeng, you see that they had already t-shirts just after a few days, you have a problem. Now, some of the plays here were not my best. For example, Onion here, I bought 4 sold and I sold it back for 3.45. I don't know what I did on that one, and then it was just bad. Like the coin went way up after it. I could have made more, but again, I'm not trying to time the perfect entry and the perfect exit. I thought it was getting traction. I did not laugh so much about the meme, and it had this time just a few hours in the market, then died off. And same here, the BBS, I bought 5 sold 6.5, bought again, and then sold again. So on that one, it was just stupid. I was buying and selling at the same time. I should have just stopped trading. Now, as you know, where we did our best is all the trend that was about the founder of Bitcoin was found. And we checked all the data, what kind of cat they had. We went full on research. That's why I invite you to watch the live replay, because you will understand everything that happened. For example, on this one, I invested $500 on me and made $1,260 from it. I could have made more, but those one died off. And we had also a moment of news, which was Donald Trump and Elon Musk together on stage. And on that one, I made only $500, which is not much. But as long as you're not losing on many bets, you can only win, because you know that by statistics, some coin will move. However, you have to understand that more than 95% of the people watching this video will not make any money and actually will lose money. So then we have 4% that will make a little bit of money, all say the same, and only 1% that would make it. Now, if you stayed here, there's a chance that you can be part of those 1%, but most of the people left this video already. That's sad for them, but that's good for you, because it means you can still make it. Even sometime I can be wrong. This one was recommended again by YouTube, and I was like, that's quite a funny meme. It's okay. When we saw it with Dan, we laughed. Now, I know we probably have a terrible sense of humor. And on that one, I made just $200. So is it worth the risk of investing $700 to make $200? Not so much if you ask me. But let me show you one where I lost a lot actually. $500. I lost twice on this one, MABA, which is Make American based again, and it happened during the news with Trump, and we had Elon Musk just tweeting, Make America based again. I invested into that one, and twice my stop loss got hit. That's why I use Bullocks, because I can have some stop loss. And that's the easy thing. Here, the advanced sell, I can have the auto sell. And like that, well, I was out this coin. I thought it would go higher, but I was wrong on it. Good thing is I was really right about land. So how did we find land? Not many people understand that HBO is releasing a documentary, and in that documentary they're supposed to find who created Bitcoin. Now the thing is, this coin was created 3 months ago, so someone knew something that no one else knew. And I was like, that's really strange, because this coin, there was nobody on it. Nobody for ages. For ages, it was dead. No one was trading it. I was like, why is that? I don't understand. And then I checked the website. It was this really strange website. I was like, okay, I do not understand either. And I decided to just do this and then search on Google. And I found this GitHub, which was Bitland Tribute, created 11 years ago. And we already have the face of the guy who is supposed to be the creator of Bitcoin, Land. And that's how I was. This is something else. This is something that I need to understand more. I'm going to try to put you the average entry price, which was 140K almost. So we are almost already at a 40x. I don't know if we're going to do 100x. Let's see. We can hope for it. Honestly, I did not even have the best entry during the live because some people bought cheaper than me, and we showed it before it bonded. Now, if you pay attention, you can see that even when I bought it, I could have sold. I was like, I bought, and then it went down. It went up a bit and then went down. I was like, whoa, what's happening? And then it started to go up. Now, this is not the only position where we showed people how to make a lot of money, because we had a problem trading live is some people will rely only of like what we are buying, what we are selling. And I had some people complaining that, yeah, you're making money only because you are live. So it's like, okay, we're not going to trade live. And what happened is that I made way more money when I was not trading live. So now I don't know what people are going to find to complain. They're going to see, yeah, but you are French, which could be the reason, to be honest. But then just today, I went into 2-play, I think, not 3-play actually. Your mom, sorry, no offense to the audience. I'll show you the proof actually that I'm not the best trader. So I bought here after the dip, so quite low at 700K market cap. We were live, by the way, but just in the investors boardroom, not public on YouTube because I don't want to get that backlash again. That annoys me. And then I just sold on the way up. I just sold little by little. Why? Because I'm not looking to make a 10x, which was a 10x. It was a 10x, but I have a quite sizable ego. I know, believe me, I'm French. But I know that I'm not going to go at 700K and sell perfectly at the top at 8 million. Because first, with the liquidity, it's going to be complicated and everything. So I prefer to sell when it goes up. I feel safe, like I make one sell, 11 sold. Then the second sell, 8 sold. So I had my 20 sold back. And then I was just comfortable selling by package of 3 sold every time I make a bid. And then I stopped here. I could have panicked sold, but I was like, you know what? No, after USA, they're going to wake up and everything, and it might go back up. And this is exactly what's happening. Plus, Europe is waking up as well, so they are watching the documentary. But some places were not good today, I went into Florence, which is a cat that was created 6 hours ago. That's right, his cat. We had a video. Because now the thing, it was like, probably it's Peter who created the Bitcoin. Peter Todd. That's the one I went in. Satoshi. I put 5 Solana in and went out and got a P&L of only minus $227, which is not crazy. But I went into the wrong one because there was another Peter Todd that went up to 800K. However, the biggest play was Your Mom because someone asked him, what is your pet? My pet and its name is Your Mom. That's funny. And he also put his PGP key. So we invested into that one, and that one, the PGP key, it was pretty much a loss or break even for me. But it was really where I made my money was on Your Mom. Again, I'm sorry to say this. And that's why it makes it funny, because every time people are just going to be your mom, your mom, your mom. I can see actually that it's going up. So we are at $412. It's so close. That's where I made $7,200. I just needed to go up a little bit, and Solana as well, and I will be at 20K. I can see, by the way, that a lot of big money is coming in, buying 10 Sol, 12 Sol, and the small money is going out of it. So that's quite interesting to watch as well. Always check what's going on in the price movement. Like, look at that. That guy bought 46 Sol of it. That's what I made from it. So there's definitely a reversal. In my opinion, I'm not doing technical analysis on meme coins because that would be stupid. And actually, one of the tools that we used on that one to predict when it would crash is that we check the top holders when they were active. And when you know when they are last active, then it's devastating because I can see, okay, there was few guys that were slipping as this coin was created a lot before the documentary was out. And when I saw that, I was like, okay, when those guys wake up, we need to sell. And this is what we did. This is why you saw that movement like that. I was like, if the top holders are selling, it's going to be too much sell pressure, and I don't want to be the guy that recycle it. So I waited outside patiently, and that paid off for me. Now, not all my trades are good, but most of it were good. And you just need to at least break even and make a bit. And then if every time you do winning ones like that, it will help you. Now, again, I don't recommend you to copy directly what I do because I know what I'm doing. And if you don't understand what I'm doing, well, you need to learn it. And that's why you should watch all the lives if you want to really deepen your knowledge. It was fun. I didn't do many jokes in this video because I think there's already a lot of information that I wanted to share. But man, God, it was good. Less than 2 hours per day, transformed $20 into almost $20,000. So close. It's all about refreshing now the wallet. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see next in another challenge. And also don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want to follow when we are live on YouTube. It was a pleasure. And don't forget one thing, stay handsome. Ciao.